All right, guys, what's up? The Soccerworld fam here. We are doing the next game week of predictions. I believe it's game week 11. We got pretty usual faces, but we do have a new person here. We have Abdullah. What's good, man?
Good, bro.
What team do you support, by the way, man?
See, Barcelona fan, but for Premier League, it's a Chelsea. Blue, dark blue.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We have a great run of fixtures coming to you this game week, especially the Manchester derby. But we're first going to start off with Southampton versus Aston Villa. Abdullah, since your first time here, what is your prediction for this game?
If I want to say, I'm gonna go with Southampton for this one, honestly. But I feel like it'll be close. Probably they might win it just by a bit. So 2-1. That's my prediction right there.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. Yo, Mustafa, what do you think this fixture is going to be? I mean, sorry, the result's going to be for this fixture.
For Southampton and Aston Villa, personally, I don't have any expectations from either of the teams. They're both doing pretty bad, but I think Southampton are pulling their weight now in the recent fixtures. So I'm gonna give 2-0. 2-0 to Aston Villa.
All right,
No, sorry, 2-0 to Southampton. Sorry.
Oh, 2-0 to Southampton. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Interesting. Why so again?
Sorry?
Or is there a reason why? Because
no,
Southampton, I mean,
they're pulling their weight now. Like, if I'm looking correctly, yeah. Aston Villa have lost last 4 of their games, but Southampton have won 2 games, drawn 1, and lost 1 in the last 4. So I think Southampton have a better winning chance, in my opinion, unless I'm not looking at the injury list.
No, you should.
Well, that's fair enough. And I think Danny Ings is injured as well, right?
Yes, yeah, Danny Ings is out, I think.
Okay, yeah, they do. Yeah, all right, fair enough. So, Vishal, what's your predictions for this match?
I'm also hoping for a Southampton win. I think it's going to be a 1-0 win to Southampton. And I hope Liverpool gets a clean sheet and scores a goal.
So he's going to be the one that scores it. Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
You know what? I'm going to go with the 1-0 win as well to Southampton because now looking at the fixtures, yeah, fair enough. All right, next up we have the big game that's happening in Canadian time, 8:30 a.m., which is not too bad because considering early kickoff in Canadian Eastern time is 7:30, but it's still quite early for a lot of people. Regardless, we do have, of course, our Manchester United supporter Vishal here, and of course our Man City supporter Mustafa, who's clearly wearing the blue of Manchester City, not the blue of Chelsea at all. I mean, you can clearly see that. But we actually do have a Chelsea supporter, of course. Abdullah has been saying before he's actually a Chelsea supporter here. But Abdullah, I'm gonna ask you for your predictions. But tell me, how do you feel how this game is gonna go, considering the history of this fixture as well? You know, like Ole usually does well against Man City, especially in the Premier League. So, how do you see this going this time around?
I mean, knowing Ole at the wheel, it could go either way, really good or really bad. But I think I'm gonna play it safe. And honestly, knowing Man City, I feel it'll be like a 2-1, probably 2-1 Man City.
2-1 Man City. Okay. Next up we got Mustafa, man, the Man City supporter, the one and only. Man, how are you feeling about this game?
You know, like, it is a really tough fixture for both teams. It's the Manchester Derby, and of course, you expect both teams to show up. So I'm gonna go even on it. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a 2-2 draw because all his job is on the line, and Man City just lost their game to Crystal Palace. So I believe 2-2 draw will be a more predictable or realistic result.
Okay, all right. And now for Vishal, man, as the opposition here, you know, the home match, will Ronaldo pull another masterclass, just like he did against Atalanta, just like he's did against Villarreal, just like he done a lot of times, especially when Ollie's job is on the line.
I actually think it's going to be a close game. I don't think so. It's going to be a Liverpool Man United situation again. But I also do think Man City usually bounce back from a bad loss like Crystal Palace, and they have rotated to a good degree during the Champions League midweek game. So I do think Man City are favorites, and I think I'll just go safe with them again and just go for a 1-0 win for Man City.
1-0 win for Man City.
He's only saying it because like last time he said that Spurs are gonna win like 4-1 or something. He's only saying that because of it.
All right, fair enough. Okay, 1-0 to Man City. Well, I would agree with that if it was the League Cup or the Champions League or something like that. But because this is the Premier League, because Ollie tends to do well against Pep Guardiola for some reason, I don't know why, and especially how times are going tough for them, I think it's going to be a 2-1 win for Man United. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, next up is a lot of boring fixtures, Maybe I should have said that at the end, to be honest. But anyways, we're going to move on to Brentford versus Norwich. Obviously, Brentford had a horrible loss against Burnley. I think it was, 4-0?
Yeah.
I believe it was 4-0,
I think
yeah.
I think it was, I can check.
No, it was 3-1 against Brentford.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so massive disappointment on their end. They're looking to bounce back, and of course, Norwich, a slight loss to Leeds, who are also doing poor. Abdullah, what do you think is going to happen in this match against Brentford versus Norwich?
I mean, Norwich are in last place with 2 points, obviously, right? I think it's just going to be 1-0. Brentford, straight up. Get the job done. Quick 3 points.
Damn. Fair enough. Mustafa, what do you think the score is going to be?
I want to apologize to if there are any Burnley fans about my comments last week. But yeah, then again, like Brentford, I expect a lot from them. They surprised me on the first game week. Until now, they've been surprising me, so I'm gonna go with 2-0 to Brentford.
2-0 to Brentford. By the way, you did say something about shawarmas.
Hey,
For
hey,
every
only
match.
if Burnley gets relegated, yeah? Don't get
And
too high.
you still think that Burnley's going to get relegated this season?
Hey, we'll see. Move on.
All right, Vishal, man. Obviously, as an FPL person, you might be looking at Ivan Toney, or like who's the other striker with Ivan Toney? Mbeumo.
Yeah,
Mbeumo.
Mbeumo, yeah.
Yeah. So, does it look like it's going to be a high-scoring affair with Norwich, or do you think that it's going to be more of a relaxed game?
I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think Brentford are going to come good because everybody in terms of FPL is counting on Ivan Toney to do something because so far he has been okay, and so far every team that faced Norwich have been absolutely scoring shitloads of points basically. So I'm hoping for Brentford to win 3-0 and Ivan Toney to score at least 1 goal. That's it.
Or hat trick, that would be nice. But
yeah,
that's a big ask, but you never know. I mean, Mason Mount was able to score a hat trick against Norwich. Why not?
Yeah.
And that's with them without having a proper striker either. So
yeah.
let's see. I think I'm gonna go with 3-0 as well. Basically because that's what I was thinking about. I'm not just copying Vishal's scores. Just saying. But anyways, we're gonna move on. Chelsea versus Burnley. Abdullah's favorite team, obviously. Obviously, Abdullah, you saw what Burnley did to Brentford. Do you think it's going to cause you like scares against Chelsea, or do you think it's going to be a comfortable win?
Easy dub. 3-0. 3 points. Not even a question right there.
All right. Fair enough. Mustafa, What do you think?
Chelsea have been doing like extremely good so far. Top of the table, easy. I think it's gonna be they're easily gonna score 3 goals. For
Mhm.
me, I think I'm gonna go with 4 goals, and I expect Burnley to get one past them, so 4-1.
That's very generous and, respect for repping the colors as well of Chelsea.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Anyways, Vishal, what do you think the score is going to be?
I actually believe it's going to be a 2-0 win for Chelsea. I think they're gonna not play it safe, but just gonna be dominating the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think Burnley sometimes do get lucky in terms of how they are able to keep out players and good teams. But I do think Chelsea are gonna, by the end of the game, are gonna win 2-0.
All right. Fair enough. I mean, I'm going to look like I'm going to copy Vishal's score, but I was thinking 2-0 as well. I'm going to say 2-0. I don't know. Chelsea, they seem like either a 1-0 or 2-0. Yeah, that's my reasoning. So, anyways, we're gonna move on. Crystal Palace versus Wolves. Crystal Palace obviously winning against Man City yet again, and in emphatic fashion as well. You know, Patrick Vieira. I don't know why it took me so long to say it, but Patrick Vieira has been doing wonders in the Premier League so far. With wins against Tottenham as well. Um, it's gonna be interesting to see this time around because Wolves not doing particularly well. It could be quite a simple win for Crystal Palace, but can Wolves cause trouble, cause a stir to this? Abdullah, what do you think the result's gonna be?
I mean, looking at Wolves' previous games, the last 5 games, they've been winning everything, and I can't say the same for Crystal Palace. Well, honestly, I feel like it will be a good fight, so I'll give it 1-0 to the Wolves.
1-0 to Wolves. All right, fair enough. Mustafa, what do you think the score's gonna be?
I labeled the Crystal Palace as the Giant Killers, and I stand by it. I don't think they're gonna do much against Wolves. Wolves have been again on a good run, good form. I expect 1-0 to Wolves.
1-0 to Wolves. Okay, fair enough. Vishal, what do you think's gonna happen?
I actually believe in Crystal Palace, and I think it's gonna be a 1-0 win for them.
Ooh.
Yeah, I actually believe in. I think Patrick Vieira has actually been the most surprising manager. I think because before this, everybody had doubts regarding his tactical style and management style, because he wasn't that successful in his previous jobs at like Nice, and I think he managed Montreal. No, did he manage a Canadian MLS team before that?
Sorry, it was the New York City.
Oh yeah, New York City. So yeah. It's just gonna be a 1-0 win for Palace.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, the thing with Wolves is that, especially how the rough start, and they obviously been doing better, according. But it's been tight affairs to be fair. And looking at it, Crystal Palace they're gonna have a huge boost to it. I think it's gonna be. I'm gonna go with a draw. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a 1-1 draw. For this game. Except we're going with Brighton versus Newcastle. Obviously, Brighton has surprised a lot of us with coming back from 2-0 down to make it 2-2 at Anfield. Impressive feat right there. I was completely gobsmacked by it, me personally, but move forward. It's a new match day, and it's against Newcastle, which have been in poor form in recent time, even with the takeover. Abdullah, what do you think is going to happen?
Well, yeah, like you said, like Brighton this year have been better than expected, you could say, right? And they're versing a relegation zone Newcastle, but I don't know. I feel like it'll just be evened out with a 0-0. Like nothing special come out the catch.
All right. Mustafa, what do you think is going to happen?
I was actually gonna go for 0-0 as well, but I'll go for 1-0 to Newcastle. Brighton is an exceptional side. They've really been really well this season. So for me to say like Newcastle's gonna take 3 points away from them, it's kind of difficult. But I think Newcastle can. They possess the offensive power. Brighton may not possess the same offensive power, so I think that's going to give Newcastle the edge and 1-0.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. Vishal, what do you think is going to happen?
I think Newcastle are going to struggle without having a permanent manager, because they're not going to be able to play a certain way, and Brighton having a stable management, I think it's because they already know their tactics. I think it's going to be a 2-0 win for Brighton. Yeah, it should be an easy victory.
I'm going to say for Brighton versus Newcastle, I'm leaning to a draw, but I'm going to give it 2-1 to Brighton. Only because Brighton's obviously been doing well. I think they'll get a bounce from drawing against us. But we'll see what happens. Next up, we got Arsenal versus Watford. Now, historically speaking, Arsenal versus Watford is usually heated, especially with the banter between Troy Deeney and Arsenal. But now, as Watford is a club that has come back to the Prem, will that sway its way? Arsenal have been in fine form, especially on the defensive end. Abdullah, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think it's going to be a comfortable win for Arsenal, or do you think there's going to be a twist to this tale?
I want to go with the comfortable win. 2-0, easy. I don't see an issue right here.
All right. Mustafa, considering you are a Chelsea fan and you absolutely hate Arsenal, what do you think is going to happen?
I was going to go for 2-0 as well for Arsenal, because they're looking like a stronger side. Ramsdale has been extremely impressive so far. The whole season he's been amazing. I really want to give the win to Arsenal, but then again, it's Watford, so I don't know. At this point, I don't. I'll go with 3-0 to Arsenal, I guess.
3-0, all right. Shaw, what do you think is going to happen, man?
I'm going to actually match with Mustafa. I think it's going to be a 3-0 victory for Arsenal.
All right. I think that I'm going to match with Abdullah. I'm going to say it's a 2-0 win for Arsenal. Damn, we've been doing a lot of the predictions, actually. It's been either close within the same result, or nobody's really taking risk this time around. Interesting stuff.
I mean, my last week's...
2-1 win to United. What do you mean nobody's taking risks?
I mean, the thing is, right, on pen and paper, it should be a Man City win. Historically speaking, that doesn't happen. I don't think I'm taking I think you guys are taking a risk.
Okay, alright, man. Alright.
I'm happy either way, so that's a win-win situation for me.
Bro, shut up.
Anyways, next up we got Everton versus Spurs. Now, Spurs have officially got Antonio Conte. Antonio Conte played his first game. Was a surprising result. Unbelievable. It was a 3-2 win for Spurs. 3 red cards happened and a pitch invasion in the Europa Conference League, which I don't know particularly why anybody would do that. It's the Europa Conference League. It's a waste of...
why they play in there?
Hey, fam, it's the Europa Conference League. Why wouldn't anyone do that?
I don't know why you're getting mad, man. You're a Chelsea supporter, aren't you?
Okay, yeah, true.
All right. But Abdullah, as a Chelsea supporter, do you see Spurs absolutely bouncing back with Antonio Conte, or do you think they're going to struggle in their first game?
Well, no, when Antonio Conte took over Chelsea, no, I loved him. Great manager. I feel like he'll do the same to Spurs, even though he's starting off. I think he'll pull it off. I think it'll be an easy 1-2-0 for Spurs.
All right. As a Chelsea supporter, all right, let's drop the Chelsea supporter. I think we all know that he's actually a Spurs supporter. As a Spurs supporter, Mustafa, how do you see this game going? Obviously, Everton has been in bad form recently. I'm actually saying this. I'm not just blindly saying it anymore. I'm pretty sure I'm right? I apologize if I got a couple things wrong. My bad, guys. But they have been poor, and of course Spurs have been poor. But with the new manager bounce, is there a new manager bounce for Antonio Conte coming in and to get the result?
Whenever Spurs gets a new manager, they always have a good run. They struggled for their first win under Conte today. I mean, a lot of the players got kicked and punched in the face, but regardless of that, I think everyone's fit for the game. I believe Spurs can run with a 3-1 victory against Everton.
3-1 victory. All right.
Yeah.
Vishal, how do you think the result's going to go?
I actually think it's going to be a 2-1 victory. I think to Spurs. I do think Benitez is going to set their team up defensively and structurally well, and Spurs are going to take their time breaking them down.
Fair
It's gonna
enough. So you said a 2-1 victory for Spurs, right?
Yeah. What did Mustafa say?
3-1.
Okay.
All right. For me, anyways. I mean, for me, anyways. Looking at the fixtures. Looking at Everton, and to be fair, they have had injuries like Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Massive loss for them. So I don't see it going any other way. It could be a draw, but I think realistically it's going to be a Spurs win. So I'm going to say 3-1 to Spurs as well. And for Antonio Conte to get his first win in the Premier League, back in the Premier League. Yeah. Next up we have Leeds versus Leicester. Obviously Leeds have been in pretty bad form, and same with Leicester. To be fair, they've been in pretty mixed form as well going into it. But surely, I think it is a quite obvious result, unless there is a twist to the tail. So, Abdullah, what do you think the result's going to be?
Like you said, both are in bad form, but I don't know. I want to take the risk. Leicester 2-0.
Leicester 2-0. Damn. All right, fair enough. Mustafa, what do you think is going to happen?
Leicester has let me down several times, but I still believe in the Jamie Vardy supremacy. I think it's gonna be 3-2 for Leicester. Leicester has not been amazing defensively, but I think they can counteract with their offensive power.
3-2.
Yep. 3-2 to
Damn.
Leicester.
All right. Vishal, what do you think the result's going to be?
I'm conflicted. I want to say Leeds to win, but Leeds have been very shaky at the back. At the same time, Jamie Vardy hasn't been that great in front of goal, at least in the past 3 game weeks. But I think it's going to be a 2-1 victory to Leicester.
2-1 victory to Leicester. All right, 2-1 victory to Leicester. Yeah, it's really, because the thing is, I think Leicester's going to concede, but I think they're still going to win. So I'm going to say 3-1 to Leicester. And Rafinha to hopefully get a goal because FPL in it. But anyways, last game that's going to happen, West Ham versus Liverpool. Obviously, Liverpool had the big result against Atletico Madrid with a 2-0 win, a very comfortable win for them. And of course, West Ham, I think they got a draw 2-2. So it's going to be very interesting to see how both these teams bounce back. Will Liverpool yet again be complacent, just like they were against Brighton? Or will West Ham, they'll bounce back from that 2-2 draw? Abdullah, what do you have to say?
They're both good teams. West Ham will definitely give Liverpool difficulties, I'll say that, but I don't expect Liverpool losing this. So I ought to go easily 2-1 with this one.
2-1, all right. Shaw, what do you have to say about this? Oh, sorry, Mustafa, what do you have to say about this? My bad.
Something within me is saying, like, I don't know, there's a voice in my heart that's saying that Liverpool's gonna score 3 goals, and then I don't know, something's gonna happen, and West Ham is gonna come back, and they're gonna equalize, score 3 goals, and make it 3-3. But hey, that seems unlikely, so I'm gonna go with 3-0 to Liverpool.
You sure that you don't want to listen to your heart? Because sometimes your heart says certain things that.
No. My
I
heart
mean,
is
did your heart say about the Man City loss?
hey, okay, 3-3 draw.
All right, there we go. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Shaw,
I think it's gonna be a 3-1 victory for Liverpool. Simple, easy job. Shouldn't be too difficult.
do you have Trent in your team, by the way?
Yes, and Salah.
Okay, so you think Trent's gonna get an assist?
Trent is gonna put
Okay.
in a really beautiful cross in. Salah's gonna caress it with his left foot to the top corner.
Okay, so all right, fair enough. Now with Fabinho back, I think it definitely helps in terms of having that defensive unit in the middle, because we definitely did lose that against Brighton. So, and you can see the Liverpool game, him coming back was massive. So I think we're gonna get a clean sheet, and I think it's gonna be a 3-0 win
Wait,
to
he's
Liverpool.
wait. Jay Lings is not at West Ham. Make it 3-0.
Okay.
I thought he was
I
still
thought
at
your
West
heart
Ham for
says
some
3-3.
reason. No. I was thinking of Jay Lings for some reason. I don't know why.
Bro, you're thinking of Jay Links as a Man City supporter? Oh my! I mean,
No, fam, Chelsea supporter.
Chelsea supporter.
It's
Okay.
official. It's official now. On
Hey, no,
video
no,
and
no, no,
everything.
no.
Don't worry, I'm gonna trim this part so you know.
No.
Yeah, of course you are. Anyways, that's it for the match predictions. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. Make sure you tune in for the Manchester Derby stream tomorrow. I know it's gonna be early in the morning, but it's sure to be an emphatic match. Any last things you want to say before the game week starts?
Come on, you Spurs.
I can't wait to take off this blue jersey.
That's a jersey?
Man's gone.
No,
Man's
it's the
gone.
hoodie.
All right, on that note, please give a like on this video. Please share this video and, of course, subscribe to the Soccerworld channel. And please join the Discord server, which will be having way more events. And as always, you all take care and peace.